No, Ava. No. What are you doing, Ava? What are you doing? Oh, I love you too. I love you. I love you, sweet girl. She'll like lay in my arms and pretend to be asleep. I'm enjoying every second I can while... Oh, she's still 2. Ika, what is it? What is it? Ika, what is it? It hurts. She's growing some molars. Right, Ava? You growing some molars? Yes. Mm. Oh. It's eating. Uh-oh, we got disconnected, Ava. We got disconnected. Yeah, yucky. Yeah, yucky. Yeah, yucky. Yuck. Ew. Ew. Ew, gross, Ava, gross. No. Oh. Nira Shah 2015. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Good morning. It's good evening over here. We're in Texas, the United States, so it's 8:50 at night, so maybe it's 9 o'clock in the morning for you. Oh, Ava, gross. Yeah. Ew. She's in her phase. She's in her phase where she's like spitting a lot. Ugh, she thinks it's funny. Yucky, Ava. And every time I react, I think she does it even more. Ew. No more, Ava. Yucky. So today, it's official. It's really official. Yucky, Ava. It's really official. I'm really collaborating with Michael Stone. Michael Stone is the creator of Neurodynamic Breathwork, and it's an amazing practice for you to access your higher intelligence. Everything that you need to truly live your most powerful life already exists within you. Sometimes we just have no idea how to access it, and there is a way to communicate to your psyche and build new neural pathways to access that information, your divinity, your higher self, your highest intelligence. And one way is doing it through neurodynamic breathwork. Another way is through meditation. Another way is through prayer. Another way is through hiring a life Sherpa, in my case, or a life coach. Like I train under a master life coach, and I really learned how to live a very powerful life. And when I took Michael Stone's Neurodynamic Breathwork class, oh, it's Dennis, that's right. I started accessing my psyche and my inner intelligence and so much stuff to really get confirmation of my life purpose as a life Sherpa and my soul work and my life work. I really, really got a lot of clarity about it. So there's so many avenues for you to really access your divinity, the multiverse within you, your Godsource, your connectedness, your oneness. It all exists within you. It's just many times we are so busy living life, we're so busy with distractions, we just forget how to access this information, but it already exists within you. So if you are on a mission and you are diligent as far as your intention and your purpose, and you really truly have a deep desire to understand, to know, and to have clarity, you will. Set the intention, ask for help, reach out to your resources, ask the multiverse, ask the Heavenly Father. You know, if you are outside and you're like bearing your soul and you're talking to the heavens, talking to the sky, it's a very effective form of communication with your higher self. So powerful. I highly recommend it. But I had a funny example to share with you. So I have a CPA license, and I recently got my CPA license back in November, December, or something like that. Maybe it was October. And every year I'm required to have at least 20 hours of continuing education, with every 3 years accumulation of 120 hours. And some of these courses are like super duper boring, but then this company, Quality CPA, like this is the most busiest looking brochure I've ever seen, but the content is so good. Like the courses they offer actually interest me. Like, 50% of my continuing education will be technical stuff, like accounting stuff, taxation stuff, managerial accounting, auditing, that kind of stuff. But 50% of it does not have to be technical. It could be very managerial, it could be very business oriented, but they have like a topic on, they have a course on Facebook. They have a course for entrepreneurs. They have a course called the Entrepreneur's Playbook. They have a course called Turn Sustainability into Profits. They have a course on 6 secrets to startup successes. They have like amazing topics, that are very, very interesting. They have a course on giving powerful presentations. They have a course on communication and listening. Like, these people are freaking brilliant. They get that accounting stuff can be super duper boring, and they have really exciting topics that actually are remotely interesting to me versus like the really technical boring stuff. And I was so impressed with this simple little brochure they sent out. Like, it was so good. I'm so impressed. But you guys, as I was saying, it is official. I'm going to be collaborating with Michael Stone, the creator of Neurodynamic Breathwork. Hey, Jody. Good to see you. And I'm teaching a course every 2 weeks on relationships and how you can powerfully use the principles of breathwork to transform your relationships. And the principles of breathwork are pretty much everything I share with you every single day, which is the general principle that everything that you need to live your most powerful life already exists within you. Many of us, as we are born into this human form, we have a veil of forgetfulness, and we forget about this divinity, this multiverse, this Godsource within us, and we forget how to access it. So my job as a life Sherpa, holding my staff up high as your experienced expert mountaineer, is I guide you to remember and to access the power you already have within you, which is the exact same stuff that you learn in Neurodynamic Breathwork. It is the exact same thing when it comes to the principles of breathwork. Everything you need to live your most powerful life already exists within you. It's just a matter of accessing it and using it and bringing it out and using it in your life, applying the things that you pick up, things that you learn, the things that are communicated to you, and to transform the way you live your life. That's it. It's so simple, but it's so easy to be distracted by everyday life. I was driving home from work today, and I got inspired. I got inspired to go for a jog because I have a 5K race coming up on May 2nd, and I have not been training at all for it. And so I was like, you should probably go out for a little run today so that you're not too shocked when you run on May 2nd. It's a Thursday night. It's the evening run. And so I'm out there running. I'm listening, and on the way, and during my commute home, I'm listening to Brendon Burchard. He wrote a book called High Performance Habits and the Motivation Manifesto. And I listened to this book probably a year ago, and he gave these books away. All I had to pay was like $8 for shipping or something. And his book has been on the New York Times bestseller for 30 weeks or something. First publishing company he tried to publish it with, like they rejected his book, and they said that he needs to use more even-keeled PC language, and his ideas were very revolutionary, and they wouldn't publish it. And so they refunded him his deposit, and he went to a different publisher. He went to Hay House, and he spoke to a person there And that person was totally on board with Brendan's voice and his language and the words he used and his new way of writing that really reminded me a lot of like our forefathers. It reminded me of like reading the Declaration of Independence or some really beautiful language that was used back in the day. Brendan studied this form of language for 3 years, and he used those words and that language and that technique and the way the words were spoken. He wrote that into his, probably the book of his lifetime, called The Motivation Manifesto. And when I listened to this book a year ago, it was really powerful. It was really good. It was really good. And it was very motivational, and like honestly, every line he wrote in there, you can put a quote on it. You know, like he recently created a deck of cards, and there's only 60 cards in this deck, and I'm thinking there should be like hundreds and hundreds of cards in this deck because the information in it is so valuable. You know, like the knowledge and the stuff that he shares is so profound. But here's the thing. The thing is, as I was listening to it today during my car ride home from work, I actually realized how powerful the words he used were, and I saw how much truth there was to what he was saying. And it wasn't until I started transforming, I started tuning into a different vibrational frequency. It wasn't until I started shifting my life and living a more powerful life is when I truly heard his words at a different level. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, I would have never seen the value in this brochure in the past, but I really saw the value today. Just like I never saw the value or I didn't see like the value I see today in Brendan Burchard's Motivation Manifesto when the first time I listened to it a year ago, until today when I listened to it again, because I am a brand new person. I am a transformed person, and I see things in a way that I don't see them before. I didn't see them before, and I was so astounded by when I was listening to these words, because it was as if I was hearing them for the first time, because I am a new person, experience life in a really different way. That, my friends, is the power of having a life Sherpa in your life. That is the power of having a life coach in your life. That is the power of you transforming yourself, elevating yourself to a degree that is almost unrecognizable. And you will surprise yourself when you start really hearing and seeing things. And if you are a third person observing the way you are interacting, the way you're seeing, the way you are responding, and the way you're communicating, your vibe, you would be shocked. That person would be unrecognizable. For instance, back in the day, in 2016 to 2018, yes, toy? Yeah. Toy, yeah? Yeah. So for 2 years of my life, I was a network marketing entrepreneur. So I sold online fitness courses and a superfood shake called Shakeology. And I never really was extremely successful with it, meaning like I didn't make a ton of money with it. I would make some money, and some months I didn't make money, and many months I spent a lot more money than I made, like giving away free books and content and all that stuff. But those 2 years were so powerful to me, and I learned so much as far as like being an entrepreneur and connecting with people and really connecting with people and marketing in a way that would actually resonate with people. And that was part of my journey in my trek up this mountain to access my higher intelligence, the person I am today. And if I did not take that journey, if I did not have network marketing in my life for that period of 2 years, I might not be where I am today. I may not be offering the courses I offer today. I may not be this life Sherpa that I am today. I forgot where I was going with this. I don't remember. I totally lost because my daughter came. She's talked to me. I totally got distracted. I don't remember. But one of the things I really learned from network marketing was the importance of investing in my personal development. What I got most out of me being a network marketer was not just having a passion and not just really standing behind the product and the services I provide, but also working on myself every single day. And that made all the difference, because if it wasn't for my network marketing, I would have never met my master life coach. I would never met Brendan Burchard at his High Performance Academy. I would have never hit rock bottom emotionally. I would have never had the transformation I had leading up to today. And so over time, what I've learned is everything is divine, perfect, and on purpose always. Oh yes, I remember where I was going with this. So one of the things I used to do as a network marketer is I would reach out to my customers, and I would ask them if they were interested in purchasing my product or joining a challenge group or an accountability group or whatever it was. And many times my customers were not interested. My friends, my family, my relatives, my acquaintances, my coworkers, whoever I spoke to, many times they were not interested in my product, which is fine. And my closing rate was probably 20% or something like that. But today, one of my friends, she said, I don't know how to tell you this, Tuan, but I'm not really interested in your life coaching services. And frankly, it's kind of awkward. I'm sorry to be frank with you. And in the past, I would have been so embarrassed, and I would have been like mortified. And if she said it was awkward, I would feel that it was awkward. And today, when I heard those words coming from a friend, I didn't think it was awkward at all. In fact, I was coming from a place of love. I was coming from a place of, hey, Thursday is a really big day. Thursday, I'm offering group coaching services every Thursday for an hour. And we're going to go over 12 amazing concepts to live your most powerful life. And the second half hour of the 1 hour time allotted, we're going to have mini coaching sessions, which means you can work with me one-on-one to transform an area of your life. And typically I charge my clients, my private one-on-one clients, $125 to work with me for half an hour. Instead, for my group coaching sessions, they're only paying $48 each month, and they have the possibility of working with me in a mini coaching session to transform part of their life. Like, to me, it was such like an amazing, wonderful service that I'm providing. And so when my friend said, you know, I'm not interested in this life coaching stuff, to be frank with you, and also I feel really awkward when you ask me. Before, I would be like, oh, I don't want to make anybody feel really awkward. Like, this is bad. Like, I need to revamp my thinking. I need to re-strategize. I need to change some stuff up. I need to try a different approach. I should definitely never, ever talk to her ever again. And I better put her on the list of do not disturb. But instead, here is an example of my transformation. Instead, I was like, oh, thanks for being honest with me. I really appreciate that, because one of the things I love is when my clients are very honest with me, because we can really get to the root of the issue. And I said, could you tell me more about, you know, like this awkwardness that you feel? You know what that is? That is called confronting head on any obstacles that are not even obstacles, perceived obstacles, any form of resistance that you encounter, and really jumping head in and seeing what there is to see, because that's where the gold is. And instead, the conversation turned into a nice, one, and I got to share my love and my concern for how she's doing and all that stuff, and it wasn't that big of a deal. And if I didn't have that history of being a network marketer, and if I didn't grow some thick skin over the years, and if I didn't have like that mirror to provide for me as how I would have been 2 years ago and how I am today, like it would not have been such a drastic foil for me to see, oh my gosh, do you know how you would have reacted 2 years ago, and do you know how you just reacted today? Like, it's such a different response, and it's so, so powerful. I jumped into that awkwardness. I went to see if there was anything there, and there really wasn't. And I got a chance to speak with my friend about a possible trigger that she may not know about herself. Like, it was my chance to really offer her some of my wonderful knowledge and experience I've learned training under a master life coach. It was so powerful. It was so amazing. It was so perfect. It was so divine. And it was fun. It made for a very fun conversation. So, today I'd like to share with you that on Thursday, it's a really, 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 really big day. On Thursday, starting at from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am offering a group coaching session. The thunder is very loud today. It's raining hard here in Dallas. And I'm offering, hey Ann, I'm offering weekly group coaching services. So we are for, and I shared, if you check out my Facebook page, I have like intentions of like what I desire for you to get out of our weekly coaching sessions, and they're pretty epic. So make sure you go back and look for that post and read it, because everybody wants to be in on the action, because that is an amazing intention that I'm setting for our next 12 weeks. So, the course is $44, $48, very, very affordable. So it's $48 per month. If you want to just go in for one single session, you can go in for like $24. But a monthly subscription of working with me in a group setting for an hour at a time every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9 p.m. We will go over 12 powerful concepts and habits that you can practice and train to live a powerful life. And then the second half hour, we'll do some mini coaching sessions. So if one of the clients would like to talk about an area of their life that they would like to transform, then they could do that with me. And they get to share their knowledge with the rest of the group, and it's very powerful. It's all virtual. Everything's done through Zoom, so you don't have to leave your home or anything. You don't have to physically meet anywhere. And if you are, for whatever reason, you cannot make the sessions live, then you can totally go back and watch the recorded session for a week or something. I haven't set like the deadline as far as like how long you have to watch the video before I take them off the site. Because as humans, there is no deadline on how long you have to view the videos or to listen to the audio recording. Then you'll think you have until the young age of 120 to do it. So I'll probably take it off after a week, so you have a week to catch up. Where was I going with this? Yes, so on Thursday, it's a really, really big day, because it's the first day that I'm going to be offering weekly group coaching sessions for $48 a month. So powerful. People pay me hundreds and thousands of dollars to work with me on a one-on-one capacity. And instead, you get to pay $48 per month to learn some amazing concepts and to have a mini coaching session with me. And what else I was going to tell you? The first 10 people to sign up, you get to work with me for half an hour for free. It is my present to you to incentivize you to sign up for this group weekly coaching session starting on Thursdays. It's a win-win. What else? Today's Tuesday, so you have 2 more days to sign up, because on Thursday we're doing it. Oh yes, and I have a money course, a powerful money course that's going to be 28 days long, and it's going to run for 4 weeks, and it's $44, and it starts on May 4th, which also happens to be the weekend that my sister is going to come visit. But it's all divine and perfect, because 4 is my favorite number, so it'll be miraculous regardless. So many great things in the works. I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to seeing you in the group. I'm so excited to see you in Michael Stone's Neurodynamic Breathwork. If you'd like to sign up for a session through his platform, his website, the name is breathworkonline.com. breathworkonline.com. So very, very powerful, wonderful way to access your higher intelligence, and you get all sorts of downloads to really get clarity on your life purpose and what's next for you in your life. And you get to release all these pent up emotions that are taking up a lot of your energy. What else? I think that's it. That's it. Yes, so many wonderful things in the works. I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to Thursday and sharing so much with you. There is so much wonderful content to share with you that will just deeply transform your life. So I bid you adieu. It is 9:13. It's time for bed. I send you love, light, profound clarity, infinite possibility to create the life you desire to live, one that is aligned with your soul's purpose, growth, and expansion always. Amen. Which means so be it. I declared it. I asked for it, so it shall be so. Here's to you living a soul elevated life. Check out all my stuff at soul, S-O-U-L, elevatedlife.com. You can click on shop and you can see all the different products and services and things that I offer. And the world is your oyster. The world is completely your oyster. And that's it. Sending you lots of love. Here's to you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night. You want to say bye, Ava? Come here. Come here. Come here. She's playing with some tape. Want to bye? Bye. Want to good night? Good night. Good night, guys. Bye, Ann. Bye, Jody. Bye, Nirashan 2015.